guests. From Black Mirror, we have Charlie Brooker and Emma Corrin, and from Star Wars series Andor, Diego Luna. Sorry. We are going to be chatting all about Andor very shortly, but we need to start with Black Mirror because it's back, Charlie, for its 7th series. I mean, alongside Emma, the cast is absolutely incredible. You've got Peter Capaldi, you've got Harriet Water, you've got Paul Giamatti. How are you hoping to surprise fans this time around?
Well, in a way, this is kind of a bit of a back-to-basics season of Black Mirror. So I think we've got sort of new, weird and wonderful ways to sort of mess our characters up. It's not all completely bleak this season, so we're mixing it up a little bit. That'll be a surprise to some viewers. We've got a lot of sort of weird and wonderful stories. We've got stories where people enter old films. We've got a story where people enter old photographs, literally sort of walk inside Polaroids, and we've got subjects that we've never tackled before. So hopefully people will enjoy this, or at least tolerate it.
It will be more than tolerated, trust me, Charlie. Now, Emma, got to talk about your character and your episode. So it follows a Hollywood actor played by the brilliant Issa Rae. People don't know, she created a show called Insecure. She's the president in the Barbie movie. She's fantastic. So she plays an actor who's given the opportunity to star in a remake of a 1940s movie. You play her co-star, who's actually an AI version of the original actor from the 1940s. Typical Black Mirror. So what more can you tell us about the story?
So I sort of, I mean, you did a fantastic job of summing it up, but I guess it's sort of, it's Black Mirror in all the ways that you'd sort of expect with delving into questions about AI and technology. But in this episode, that kind of serves to sort of explore a love story and put that at the centre, which when you talked about, like, how the series...
We will not stop talking about it.
It's very sweet.
I've just seen that one, but you've seen more episodes, and now, like,
They're different, right? Not like what you'd normally expect, I feel. But,
Charlie, this was actually the first one, the one with Emma in, was the first... episode,
that you wrote,
that you
First one I wrote for this season,
sorry, originally it was going to be a horror.
Yeah, well, quite often I find... Well, often I've got a sort of concept that I've got knocking around somewhere in the back of my head, and I'm not sure what the story is. And I knew I wanted to do something about... Originally, I wanted to do something about somebody restoring an old black and white film using some technology, and they discovered they could talk to people in the film. And I thought that's a good, creepy idea. Cool. But I couldn't work out quite what the story was. And then I thought I'll make it a film about somebody, a story about somebody who gets thrown into the lead role of a Bond movie. I think those are already parodied. And then I watched Brief Encounter, which I'd never seen before. I thought, oh, let's make it a romance. And so sometimes you can't tell. It starts over here and it ends up over here, and that's the sort of interesting thing about it.
Yeah, this episode is definitely a wild ride and very beautiful. There's a lot of sincerity in there, a lot of heart. Emma, to help you get into the role, I understand you reunited with your movement coach from The Crown. So for people that don't know, what is a movement coach, and how was it working with this person again away from The Crown in this new role in Black Mirror?
Polly Bennett, the one and only Polly Bennett. I was actually with Polly this morning. We got coffee. She's a gem. And yeah, I worked with her. I met her first on The Crown. I call her a movement coach and also a character coach, which I think she told me before she never called herself, but now she sort of, I think, goes
stuck
by
with
that.
it now.
So I hope that that's correct. But yeah, she helped me on this in various ways, sort of to really... Because actors in the 1940s just moved and spoke in such a unique way that I feel like we really don't have anymore, and I had no idea how to sort of approach that. And she actually found this amazing bloopers reel on YouTube, which I'm sure you can... I don't know what it was called, but it was about 10 minutes of bloopers, 1940s actors who were in the middle of scenes and then said something wrong or got interrupted, and they just, like, descended into laughter or completely broke character. And I'd never really seen that. I've seen, like, you know, those films, Brief Encounter, Casablanca, and these actors who are so heightened and they hold themselves and they're so poised and everything's so specific. But to see them break out of character was incredible. And I play both sort of, the character version of my character and then also the actor who plays her. So I'm sort of playing two characters, so it really helped me sort of bridge that gap a bit. And then we also did some fun movement stuff to sort of get me to walk around the room like a 1940s movie star. Polly said, oh, imagine you've got a cape, a really long cape or cloak attached to your shoulders. So wherever you move, if you're sitting down, you have to, like, make way for your cape before you sit down.
You're making me want to sit up straight.
That is good advice. I need to start doing that in my
just
everyday life.
imagine you're walking around with a really long sort of train. It was really fun. But stuff like that, which is always just, joy. It feels like games.
Noted.
Charlie,
Thank you, Polly.
Thank you, Polly. I think it was your words. This is classic, back to old OG. Black Mirror. It is really a must-watch. Well, the new series of Black Mirror will be available from tomorrow on Netflix.
So exciting.